Tonight on Piha Rescue, a surprise visit by a large mammal.
We're having a whale of a time here.
The Piha Anzac commemoration turns sour.
Changing to a status 2. Okay.
The lifeguards are powerless when youngsters fool around.
Hey, Piha Tower, there are no people in difficulty.
And if they do get sucked through, it's pretty serious.
And 2 after-hours rescues within 5 minutes.
So what he was doing out there, I have no idea.
It's an unusually calm start to the day at Piha, but every eye is pointed towards the ocean, and every available craft is out on the water. Right now, their focus is not on people watching, but something far more spectacular. Half of today's patrol has jumped on the IRB to have a closer look at a magnificent whale. There is a hand up in the water, but they are not hauling this one on board.
We're having a whale of a time here. had to put that in. Good one. Yeah, a whale of a time here at Piha. Not every day you get to see a humpback whale cruise past. I'm surprised no one drowned actually when we were doing that because we were watching the whale.
The humpback whale proves to be a good luck charm for the guards. This was the most action they saw all day. The next day, a different story. Monster 5-meter waves pound Camel Rock, and not surprisingly, the beach is deserted. The decision is made to close the beach. The red flags are a warning: stay out of the water. But not everyone heeds the cautionary flags. 2 daredevils are perched on a rock face at the blue pool, dangerously close to the smashing waves. 100 meters north, beachgoers have spotted some fishermen on the Barber's Chair, a rock formation in the front of Camel Rock. They alert the lifeguards.
The surf is huge today. It's probably getting close to 4 meters. If something happens on a day like today, this is the day that people drown, because it can happen so quick. It's so big, the water's moving so fast. So
only a few weeks ago, a fisherman was swept off the rocks and into this crevasse.
It's gone down in there, right?
And drowned.
There.
With this fresh in his mind, Gavin makes the call to go and warn them. It's a dangerous and difficult task. They first must climb a small narrow ledge 4 meters above the keyhole to get to the other side. One wrong step and the current will take them out to sea. On the other side, it's not much safer.
It's real slippery and gnarly, so just watch it through this part.
Yeah. If you get caught in that, you're just going to get straight out off the rocks. Now.
When the guards arrive, it's clear the 2 men are completely oblivious to the danger they are in.
The water's just going to keep coming up. Low tide was 11, so high tide's 5.
To prevent fishermen from drowning, Surf Lifesaving has now placed angel rings, public rescue equipment, all around New Zealand.
We're going to go back through. Could we take you guys back through with us and maybe find another spot to go fishing? It's just not very safe today. We'll give you a hand with your stuff if you need a hand or anything. But just down there on that ledge, if you get caught by a big wave there, it's pretty dangerous. You've pretty much not got much of a chance of staying on the rocks. You're going to end up in the water. If you can imagine, the whole ocean's going to rise. Low tide's about an hour ago, so the whole ocean's still got about 2.5 meters of rise. These waves are going to be 2.5 meters high. They'll be washing right up around here.
Reluctantly, the fishermen agree to follow the lifeguards back.
Alright, no, stay up here. Alright, stay up here.
The men are without life jackets, a big mistake as proven fatal for so many fishermen. Clearly displeased that their fishing expedition ended prematurely, at least they are safe. It's early afternoon, Anzac.
The white tankeries, please.
At the foot of Lion Rock, the annual commemoration takes place.
the Piha Community Library,
honouring those that have fought for New Zealand. Since its existence, the Piha Surf Lifesaving Club has lost a dozen members who died in military operations serving their country. Suddenly, an emergency. In the midst of the commemoration, a veteran has collapsed. The local GP and the lifeguards are quick on the scene to assess and transport the patient to the medical room.
We're going to bring him up to the first average. We make sure that we've got the blood pressure stuff all set up, please.
The patient appears to have a heart condition, and time is of the essence.
Community Centre.
Got the oxygen on, got a mask ready, got the badge ready, so we're pretty much ready to rumble.
A disappointing end to the day for this old chap, who has to leave his mates behind. Piha First Response Officer Fiona arrives. Together with the GP, she checks his vital signs.
We're just going to have a wee look at you to see what's going on there.
They realise something is wrong straight away. It's his blood pressure. It's way too low.
It's 106 on 60. It's a little bit low.
Fiona calls the ambulance to get him to the hospital immediately. Outside, the beach has been reopened, and almost instantaneously, a boogie boarder is in deep trouble. He is merely meters from the front of lying rock, clinging desperately onto kelp. If the man has fins, he may just be able to keep off the rocks. If not, one huge wave, and he will end up smashed up against them.
Oi!
Right in front of Lion Rock in massive surf.
One shot! Jump up! Get up! Move forward! Move forward!
Pickups in front of Lion Rock are never easy, especially in big swells. The IRB drivers know they only have one chance for a rescue, or they may themselves end up against the rocks. As they ride back to shore, Lloyd imparts some strong but simple advice for this fellow.
Alright, mate? Yep. So, where'd you start swimming? Just over there, right? Yeah. I just, swimming, just, where? Yeah, so next time swim between the flags, yeah? Yeah. Stay between them? Yeah. Okay? Yeah, thank you. When you're in trouble, put your hand up. Yeah. Okay? Thank you.
Inside the medical room, the situation is worsening.
We could maybe change him to a status 2.
The Piha GP upgrades the man's emergency status.
Well, your blood pressure's dropping too. We don't really know why that's happening.
His medical history is of grave concern for the first aid team.
He's got a history of heart attack 14 years ago.
Yeah. Fortunately, the ambulance arrives quickly. Paramedic and lifeguard Jonathan briefs the officers.
He's real ready.
No recent cardiac history?
It's only 2 years, no East elevation, but he was so clammy and pale. His shirt was just absolutely saturated, so his BP falls when he breathes, basically.
A decorated veteran, his suit was a major contributing factor to his turn.
Some of these people, when they're standing in a position for a long time, basically they have blood pooling in their feet, so it's basically a simple faint. And if you're wearing, like this guy was, number 1 dress uniform, and you're hot, that can contribute to it as well. The problem with this guy is that he does have a cardiac history, and he's currently under investigation for cardiac problems. So we're concerned that his blood pressure was too low, and we're also concerned that his heart rate was slow.
This war hero has survived many battles, and hopefully this will be one of them. Out in the sun, the crowd is having a great time on the beach and in the water, enjoying the huge surf, which catches some young ladies by surprise. From the clubhouse, Gavin spies some teenagers fooling around at the blue pool, very close to the keyhole.
We've got a group of about 6 guys and they're heading towards the opening of the keyhole. And we were around there this morning and there's so much water filling up the blue pool and it just washes through and creates like a huge torrent.
If they end up inside the hole, the strong currents will suck them out to sea.
Just the keyhole.
There's no way they will be able to save themselves. Russell and Richard take off to get them out of the danger zone. When the boys see the IRB approaching, they make a run for it, towards the keyhole.
Stay with the boat, Rich. Yeah. Hey, Piha Tower, there are no people in difficulty. I'm just going for a PA. Drag it in, Rick. Look at this paper. Rich, take it up on that thing, bro. Right, get away from that keyhole, bro.
And if they do get sucked through, it's pretty serious.
Right, guys, if you get stuck in that keyhole, that water moves out there, and if you land up out the other side of it, you're gone. Alright, you can't, with the sweepers that are coming through, like this isn't too bad. If you get a big set, see all this water moving? And if the timing's wrong, so if you get a set here and a lull there, that water's just going to go straight through there, and once you're through, you're gone. You'll never swim back. We've done rescues when people have to get up on the rocks and stuff and you're screwed, like, it's pretty bad day.
Frustratingly for the lifeguards, the boys maintain a cavalier attitude and treat the warning with little regard.
Well, it's just idiots, you know, like, you look at the stats of people that have been rescued in New Zealand, probably I think it's the highest percentage of people that get rescued are sort of teenage males, like, you know, early, late teens, early 20s and stuff, just because, you know, males think they can go do everything and, you know, be stupid, and you know, it's a day like that where it's all good and fun, but as soon as you get a lull out there and all this water surges in, they through that keyhole, they're not going to get back, so it's pretty stupid. You can talk to them, but you can't force them not to do anything. But hopefully they'll realise it.
As soon as Russell turns his back, one of the guys runs straight back. Maybe he would reconsider his foolhardy actions if he could see the rough seas on the other side. In the middle of the beach, a swimmer is in trouble.
Hey, can you guys make your way to the northern end of the lake area? Looks like a few people starting to get their goods on.
The difference between life and death can be seconds. Several lifeguards race to the rescue. Lifeguards Remus and Logan perform a perfect rescue.
You alright, dude? Alright? You alright, mate? You're good? Yeah, just getting back today.
Fair enough, it's a decent workout against this current.
Oh, we're just sitting out there for a shoot, you know? Yeah. Then I got a bit naked.
will be called in to pull the dinghy back to shore.
He'll be so happy, eh?
After being dropped safely at North Piha, the young man seems to have learned a lesson from today's debacle.
First time on a small boat out there. Don't know if I'd do it again. Just got to make sure the conditions are right, you know?
Yeah.
When we put it in, it looked like it was okay. We were able to get out without many troubles. Maybe we spent a bit long out there. We've been out there 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
But at least it was worthwhile. Has died down somewhat. Lifeguards Chris and Lacey enjoy a well-earned rest. Not for long. A boogie boarder has ended up on a large rock and with the surf pounding around him, can't go anywhere.
What's going on, Lacey?
Looks like we've got a surfer that's just been caught in Parkety, or a boogie board, can't quite see.
There is no alternative but to go and get the trapped boarder. American Exchange lifeguards Nick and Mark launched the IRB.
Yep, jump.
We're just trying to get there before he decides to try and climb the rocks.
But it's too late.
So what he was doing out there, I have no idea.
It is impossible for an IRB rescue with the man on the rocks. Nick has no option but to go and get the guy off the rocks and swim him out for the pickup.
Yeah, it's me, I'm going.
While the boarder clings anxiously to the rocks, Nick battles the strong current. Finally, the boogie boarder takes a leap of faith and Nick secures the tube around him and drags him towards the IRB.
Grab onto that handle right there. Push it up. You all right? Take it. Come on. Lucky. Came in right between a set, so we didn't get too pounded, but did you get any climbs or anything like that? Yeah. You got any cuts? Yeah. You still got a bodyboard out there, right? Yeah. Okay. No problem. Do you have any cuts or anything like that? Yeah. Yeah, cuts? Like, did you get hit by the rocks? No. Okay. Okay. No problem. You swallow any water or anything like that? Yeah. Yeah, a bit. All right, bro. Yeah, we'll try to go back out and get your boogie board. Thank you. Oh, yeah, no problem. What's your name? Wesley. Wesley, yeah. Brazil. Yeah.
The long-haired Brazilian calls it a day, as do the lifeguards. But no sooner have they put the IRB on the trailer, another distress call. Same IRB, same crew, same location, same rip. Piha's Parkety Rip is notorious for catching out novice surfers and boogie boarders who are all too often without fins, suits or leashes. Predictably, it's a boogie boarder, Son Fins.
Hey, we're gonna pull you on, mate. Yeah, lift your arms up. There you go. All right, baby, sit down. Have a seat. Up here. You all right? Yeah, bro? All right. Tired? A little bit.
This guy was a lot luckier though, because 2 surfers grabbed him early on, and by the time we got there, he was probably about a good 10 meters from the rocks, but basically he would have ended up like that guy, hit right into that rock that's sticking out over there, and probably gotten washed up on top. We would have had to pull him off just like the last guy, so he wasn't quite as shaken up as the other guy from Brazil, but yeah, it could have been a different story, I guess.